Alright, hey everyone, this is Drew here for round 1 in the block constructed daily. We won the die roll. I'm going to go ahead and select to go first. I do like going second versus some decks. This hand is definitely a keep. I have a little piece of disruption as well as a Kiora, plenty of scry lands with all the appropriate colors, so let's go ahead and keep this. Yeah, in some matchups I actually really like going second with this deck because there's so few card advantage cards in the format that getting an extra card just for going second is good, and the fact that you have so much scry means that your card quality is always going to be very high. I'm going to go ahead and lead off with a Temple of Deceit here. The reason being that my untapped land is a forest. And then next turn I'll probably go ahead and just fire off with a Thoughtseize. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and keep the Ashiok. I'm not the biggest fan of Ashiok, but the fact that I can play it on turn 3 and have a Thoughtseize for turn 2 makes it a lot more appealing. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and Thoughtseize first. That way I know what he has before I play a Scryland. Alright, so we're playing the mirror match here. He also has a Thoughtseize. Since I get to get on the board first with my Ashiok, I think I actually want to take his Thoughtseize so that way I can get it into play and hopefully leverage an advantage that way. And then we're going to go ahead and play... I'm going to go ahead and play the Temple of Deceit again. No, actually we're going to go with Temple of Malady. I'm going to go ahead and leave this on top. Yeah, basically I just want to be hitting spells at this point, so... Alright, and then we're going to go in Ashiok, obviously. Alright. No creatures, so unfortunately no fast Prognostic Sphinx, which is generally what you want to get with Ashiok, but... he may have actually top-decked a Hero's Downfall. Yeah, he did. So... I'm going to go ahead and go with probably a Temple of Mystery here. Let's see, blue-green, I have double green. Actually, we're going to go ahead and go with Temple of Deceit. Alright, and then I'm just going to go ahead and bottom that, and then pass the turn. Yeah, he has his own Ashiok, which is a little dangerous. Yeah, especially since he had a Prognostic Sphinx, and I don't have an answer right now for it. So he's actually coming out quite a bit ahead, I think, mostly off of top decking that Hero's Downfall and hitting a creature off the Ashiok. Because, like, if he didn't hit a creature, I would be fine. But now I'm in a little bit of a jam here. Alright, well, I can't play that yet, so I'm going to have to go ahead and play a Temple of Mystery. If it's a card like a Hero's Downfall, I'm going to play the Kiora and then minus it. I might actually just play the Kiora and minus it regardless. I don't really want Courser right now, so we're going to go and bottom that. And then, yeah, I'm just going to minus this Kiora. I need to hit a... Problem is if he's going to get to deploy his Sphinx. So, yeah, let's go ahead and draw a card here. And then pass the turn. hit the Prognostic Sphinx. So, and he had an untapped land. I guess he had the forest. So now I'm in a lot of trouble here. I actually don't think. Alright, so we'll plus here. Alright. Not out of it. Not dead yet. The fact that he's going to get to scry 6 is very, very large. He has a Reaper of the Wilds too. Yeah, his hand was very good versus us. I possibly could have pushed the Silence the Believers, but I like having this card in this matchup, even though a lot of the creatures end up having hexproof. If you get to the point where you have 7 mana, being able to kind of mind rot them is actually relevant. Alright, so it was the left one, I believe, that we were preventing the damage to, so we're going to go and block the large one, the one that's not Kiora bubbled. Alright, so land's actually good because that lets me Thoughtseize him, as well as play my own second Prognostic Sphinx. Alright, I don't think the Unravel the Aether really matters that much, and I'm probably going to be kind of constrained on mana for using like Silence the Believers and stuff, so we're going to go ahead and just take the Courser here. No reason to give him any sort of advantage while I can. I'm going to go ahead and +1 on the Prognostic Sphinx. I want to do this before I play my own Prognostic Sphinx to make him potentially discard it. Okay. The problem is, obviously, Reaper of the Wilds can kill Kiora next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to go and attack. I want to be able to hit an untapped land here with this Sphinx. So yeah, so we're going to go ahead and bottom the land except for the swamp. We're going to leave that on top so that way it can cast a Strive Silence the Believers. Yeah, and there's not really a way for me to defend my Kiora at this point. Alright, so we're still in the damage step. Not sure what's going on over there. Okay, so definitely need to cast my own Prognostic Sphinx and then pass the turn. Yeah, given the fact that he gets a lot of scry triggers is... Alright, so yeah. So when we get 13... We put 2 cards on top, so they are very likely spells. Yep. Okay. Block 1. Let the Kiora die. I possibly could have chumped to save the Kiora, but I don't think that's worth it, considering that. Alright, so now he's got 2 cards, which is kind of bad, since... Oh, he played a land. Interesting. Alright, well, I'm just going to go ahead and play a land. I'm not sure if I'm winning this race. It's possible I am at this point. He's not going to get any more scries for a little bit, and I am going to be able to kill one of the Sphinxes since he played the land. I'm not sure why he did that, but we're going to go ahead and bottom, and then keep the... Actually, I'm not sure if I want the downfall. So the problem is, obviously, I can do Silence the Believers on upkeep, kill one of the Sphinxes, then he'll have 1 card in his hand, unless he lets both of them die. I think I actually need to bottom this. Yeah, we're going bottom it. I get another Scry 3 anyways, so... The reason I want to bottom it is, I'd rather draw my own Reaper of the Wilds at this point, or possibly another Silence the Believers. Kiora is not terrible either, so we're definitely going to bottom these 2. Question is whether I keep the Kiora or not. So the problem with Kiora is that, like, I can +1 it and force him to, like, attack. I think I actually am just... You know, we're going to go ahead and keep it, because I'd rather not skip a draw step and hit another land, because I obviously don't need any more land here. Okay. So now on his upkeep, I'm going to target his 2 Prognostic Sphinxes. He can discard to save 1. Oh wow, does he have a counterspell? What is this? Okay. So I can save 1, obviously. This is actually very good for me. Now I wish I would have kept the downfall, since obviously I'd be able to kill the Reaper. I was not expecting this sequence of plays, though, to happen. The good news is I'm going to be able to Kiora and blank out the Reaper for a turn, which is very good for me. Obviously, if he draws a removal spell, though, he does kill my Sphinx, which puts things in a little bit of an awkward spot. So I'm actually going to attack first to see what I draw, or what my next cards are. Hero's Downfall is very good, so we're going to go ahead and bottom the Thoughtseize and the land, and then leave this on top. Now, in my second main phase, I can cast Kiora, draw a card, and then Hero's Downfall the Reaper of the Wilds, which puts me in a pretty good spot, even if he does have a removal spell for the Sphinx, since now I am out of cards. I will still have a Kiora in play, and he will have 1 unknown card. So, overall, this is looking alright for me right now. Go ahead and F6 here. I obviously don't have any cards, so I can't discard to the Prognostic Sphinx. So, okay. Ashiok is fine. Basically, he needs to hit creatures. Carroted is fine. I'm not even going to attack the Ashiok at this point. And I'm just going to leave this in my hand, so that way I can protect my Sphinx. And then, yeah, we're going to go and attack him and threaten lethal for next turn. Prognostic Sphinx is good. So we're actually going to go ahead and bottom these, and then we'll leave this on top. I could minus the Kiora and draw the Sphinx, but I don't think that actually does that. No, it does, because it forces him to have like multiple removal spells. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and actually just draw the Sphinx for right now. So basically Kiora got to play as a divination. The reason I want to draw the Sphinx is because in case he hits like a Hero's Downfall, and then uses it on my turn, even though my Sphinx won't die, it will still tap it, so it still gives him like an extra turn. This constrains him in the answers he could actually have. So for sideboarding here, I definitely want to bring in Gainsays for the Prognostic Sphinxes. I also like the Dissolve, the Read the Bones, and the extra Thoughtseize. Cards that are not very good in this matchup are Bile Blight and Drown and Sorrow, obviously. So that leaves us 3 more cards we have to board out. I don't mind boarding out like a Caridid. I don't know if I want to leave Unravel the Aether in. It's obviously an answer to Courser, which is decent. I don't know if that's necessarily the fight you really want to be getting into all the time, though, necessarily. So I'm actually going to go and board out 1 more Caridid. And then, yeah, I think I'm just going to go and board out the Unravel the Aether. I don't know if that's right or not. It's probably fine to like leave 1 in just as a miser answer to Courser in the early game, but I'd rather have these cards. Prognostic Sphinx is, as you could see in that last game, one of the most important cards in the match.